Warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha, would like to thank all of you for writing in your comments and suggestions on our YouTube and Spotify channels and liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channels. Today, we are going to talk about the transit of Rahu. Rahu is a planet that in its wake, when it transits over the nakshatras and the houses, brings about change. Rahu is change personified because it talks about the future, the way our life would unfold. And we know that change is the most constant thing in life. Rahu also creates fears. One thing that we can relate to or take note from is the story of Raja Parikshit. Raja Parikshit was the descendant of Arjuna, and being related to the family of Lord Krishna, he had his values in the right place. However, once, because Kal was on his head and he was full of ego and ignorance at that time, he managed somehow in a very poor state of mind to be rude, to be nasty to a rishi. The result was that he had to lose his life within 8 days of that happening. We can equate the transiting of Rahu into Aries with that, because Rahu is something that allures a person, causes ignorance and causes fear. And Aries, as we all know, is the first house of the Kalpurush Kundali, which represents the head of the Kalpurush Kundali. So if there is ignorance in life, if there is ego in life, this Rahu can bring about a lot of difficulties and problems. What is the area of life that will face these problems can be seen as to which part of the zodiac your lagna is in. If your lagna is in Mesh, this can be on your own self. If your lagna happens to be in Capricorn, it could be in relation to your parent, it could be in relation to your emotional values attached at home. So we further move on and see how this Rahu affects you in terms of your lagna. Rahu moves into Aries on the 12th of April 2022. For the Sagittarius, it moves into the 9th house. 9th house is a part of your Dharma Trikona. Being the 5th house with the 7th lord, it does show a lot of problems with the spouse as regards the children also, and it can also show that one is inclined to think differently from the spouse, and that can create problems in the marriage. If you realize that you should not be taking up decisions or not letting go of your love life or your education, as the case may be in case of somebody who's into a relationship or somebody who's going to study further, you take a very cautious decision about it. You are not overwhelmed by the situation. You are not hasty in taking a call. Then you will be able to survive this situation for the next 1.5 years quite easily. However, if right at the onset, you are overwhelmed and you think that this is a problem that really needs to be solved ASAP, and then you can get away with, this is going the wrong way and can create issues for you. Mercury is also the lord of the 10th house, and it is a part of your profession. So in the 5th house, it does show change. It can show change in the management, and it can also show that one would have to face certain flags, certain drawbacks within their profession due to change and due to new masters or new heads coming in. If you try to understand them, if you can read between the lines without becoming emotionally attached to your work, it's a good place to begin things with. With Mercury and Rahu in your 5th house, this is a time to read books or to understand about different cultures so that you're more equipped to handle a lot of cultural influx that is about to come into your life. The one remedial measure that we have about Rahu is worshipping of goddess Durga and helping people who are not just belong to your caste and your community. If you do that, then you will be able to tide over this period Yes, Rahu return, Rahu movement into an area is not a very, into a new zone, into a new sign is not something that one would want to, because there's already a lot of upheaval that we can see and we really are not very interested in that. But life continues, planets keep moving, and they bring with them their own remedial measures also. Keep donating to people who are in need, may not without looking at the caste and creed, and remembering Goddess Durga as you come out of the bed right early in the morning is a good start of the day. Till we
Please
meet
hit
with
the
you
bell
again.
icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.